The cafe. Everything goes on in the cafe behind the rail yard. The two women who work the bar are from Albania, so the men try not to look down their blouses for fear of their brother, Anton, who sits alone smoking and slowly drinking the pink wine of Michigan. Have you ever had the pink wine of Michigan? They say it's made from watermelons and rancid strawberries, that it smells like old socks, that too much drives you nuts. When Anton has too much, he likes to sing songs of home to the workers at the bar who understand nothing. The women flirt shamelessly. They run their tongues over their teeth. They roll their eyes heavenward. They bend over every chance they get so their skirts ride up the backs of their thighs. Anton goes out into the night to piss on the truck tires and curse God. Even Jerome, our weightlifter, won't cross Anton, though he bullies the rest of us. Szymanski and the nigger beat me out, he says. A Polak and a nigger. We'll hear the story of a 1,000 years, how he went 2 days by Greyhound to the trials just to lose, how he was cheated, how he was the real winner. He spits all this into my face, the shame of his loss flooding his scalp with blood, the small pale eyes frozen in their sockets. He never even saw New Orleans, took the first bus home and hid in his room for days. From the rail yard, you can hear the boxcars coupling and uncoupling, the switch engines starting up or breaking. Even after it rains, you can look up and not see the moon or stars. I stood one night for 20 minutes, staring up until my eyes tired and it began to rain. Louisa, the younger girl, has blue-black hair. She leaves unbound and deep brown eyes. If you stare into those eyes, she will stare back. If you reach across the bar to place a hand on the damp hand she rests on the bar, she won't withdraw hers. The night Bernard said he loved her, she smiled, unclenched her teeth and said, "Now you must marry me." Anton said he was phoning a priest that second so he could give her away. Bernard sobered up with coffee, a bowl of soup, and 2 hard-boiled eggs. No one ever saw Bernard again. They say Anton cut him. I don't think so. Some nights the workers just drink in silence. The air thickens with smoke, and no one cares if the 2 girls show their thighs or their breasts. Some nights the young men along the bar are too tired even to die. So as you hear it did surprise me with its despair and anger.
Why don't you write in a longer line? Why don't you open it up? Why don't you put garbage cans and waitresses and paratroopers and, skunks and chipmunks and sparrows and Buicks? Why don't you, in refrigerators and, crackheads? Why don't you get America into your poetry? Why does it always have to be dawn and 3 guys are out waiting for ducks to land, and it's you and you're 12 years old and it's you and your uncles, and why is it always, or you're in a room with the light coming through and there's a beautiful dark-haired woman and pretty soon something interesting is going to happen between the 2 of you, but the poem will end before it happens. Why is it always such a pure world? Why can't it be the messy one we live in? And he says to me, "That's the world you write about, Phil." I said, "Yeah, but it's also the one you live in." He said, "Yeah, but I don't like living in it." I want to live in that other one. I said, "Okay,
And I still believe that essentially what governments have done to us, especially a government so totally bought as our own, is to separate us from each other, to blind us to the fact that we are a single entity. And make us think of each other as very different and competing for what there is here. And they've fostered that on us. We bought it. Mm-hmm. And, you see the way, like the Nixon strategy for gaining the South. Well, I'll use anything to make white people think black people threaten them and their jobs, etc. I mean, we see it. I saw it as a child. I still see it. So, but I've lost my faith I've partly lost my faith in the American people that if they're told the truth about the nature of their lives, that it will have any impact. I think a great many people hearing the truth say, oh yeah, but I still want my BMW, you know. Or I'll be an anarchist just as soon as I get that Leica and that BMW and that terrific stereo set and blah, blah, blah.